live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.
Hello and good evening for some of you again. We are watching Color Circuit. Our Friday evening programming continues with an episode of Ludum Tempus, which is game time in Latin for all you Latin people, Latin viewers. We're going to be playing for you tonight a Rick and Morty card game called Total Rickall. So all you Rick and Morty fans, this is in direct correlation to an episode called Total Rickall, where people, thousands of new characters were introduced, and it was a parasite that made these characters. But the thing was, everyone thought that they knew these characters from, they had memories of these people, and they had never had anything to do with them, and so they had to find out who the parasite was. So that's pretty much what this game is going to entail. It's a cooperative game. So Dylan, Jessica, and I are going to be playing this game kind of all on the same side, and we're going to try and figure out who is a parasite and who is real. And it involves shooting. I briefly looked at the instruction manual, which goes very involved in this game, but for seasoned tabletop people, it's probably not that big a deal. Okay. For me, I'm kind of crapping my pants.
Okay.
I do that anyway. It's Friday night.
Don't usually.
What the hell?
Yeah. I'm not good with explaining or reading rules of games, so that's where Dylan comes in.
Yeah, and so when he comes in, he'll actually hash out what we're going to be doing. I have an idea. There's a lot of different cards. We have action cards. We have character cards, which involve all the characters from that episode. We got Mr. Beauregard. We got Hammer Eye. We got Manicorn. Just Amish Cyborg. They're all there. Identity cards. So this is actually how you figure out if you're real or a parasite. So we'll figure it all out.
Great.
Yeah. Double header this evening. We had our podcast, our circuit board podcast, and now we're doing Ludum Tempus. We're just changing things up, keeping it fresh in the old relationship.
Yeah.
You know, you can't keep on streaming the same old shit. It gets a little stale.
Exactly.
We're changing things up. We're role playing. We're maybe trying different positions. We're just trying to keep the spark alive.
Using handcuffs. It's all
handcuffs
on the table.
Do you do the fuzzy?
Fuzzy, yeah.
Fuzzy, because
as much.
It's got to be cute, right?
Well,
if
it's
they're handcuffs,
it's
but it's like
comfortable, you know.
Like, okay, yeah.
Like sure, it's gotta hurt a little bit, but you know.
Right, because everyone likes pain.
Yes, but not too much pain.
Not too much pain, because that's distracting.
Right.
I can't maintain with too much pain.
Too much pain, exactly.
I have a shirt that says that. I can't maintain with too much pain.
And then there's a picture of furry handcuffs on the back.
Right. God, that's $1 million. Dylan, stop the stream. We're sitting on $1 million idea I don't want the stupid internet to find out about.
Cutting straight.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
So,
what's your relationship with Rick and Morty?
My relationship with Rick and Morty, God, I think I initially just read about a show. Dan Harmon was involved, so I was excited because it was while Community was still kicking, I believe. And so it was like, is this what he's leaving Community for? Is it because if you were a fan of Dan Harmon and you know the history of Community and how difficult it was to get viewership and how from season to season they didn't know if they were going to be renewed or not.
Right.
You find out, he's doing a cartoon, and it's like a Back to the Future setup with an old scientist and a young kid, and they go on adventures. I'm like, all right, I'm game. And then I watched a couple, and it was great. Like, it's everything a science fiction show should be. That, I mean, it doesn't take itself seriously, but it is respectful to science fiction. It plays within the rules that they set up, and it's irreverent, and it's really funny. So, and I remember the second season, I was kind of in a bad place mentally, and those episodes got really dark. The season 2 episodes where, God, there's that episode where he visits the planet that he used to date, So everyone on that planet is a part of this entity that he used to date.
Oh God.
Everyone, like the mailman, the football team, everybody is this one entity. And so he
Right.
would date, Rick would, not Morty, Rick, the old man scientist, would date the entire planet. And there was like the one that got away. And so it was basically at the end of the episode, the planet breaks up with him.
Right.
And he goes home. And I forget what song they played, but it's like like Elliott Smith or some super depressing music. And he goes home into his garage where he has all his science stuff, and he sets up a laser that just like instantly evaporates whatever, like kills things.
Right.
He like melts a creature from a ice cube or something and like pets it, and then he puts it in the laser, and the laser kills the. It's a super dark.
Wow.
And I just remember being like mentally. Yeah, I can't I can't forget that part. It's just such a vivid like it was dark, but I really respect that. Like, they go places on that show.
That's one of the best parts about the show is that they're not scared to kind of hit every single topic.
Absolutely.
And especially if it's dark.
Yeah.
And Dan Harmon talks about this a lot on his podcast, Harmontown. Like that's what we want to see. There's just not a lot of it. That darkness. I mean, that's where a lot of pain and humor comes from.
Sure.
There's a lot of it's from that place.
Yeah, I mean, it's the gallows humor. Like and sometimes that's all you have is to laugh at it.
Well, yeah.
Like it's like the one thing you can grasp at. It's like, well, I can laugh at it. I can like look at the face of death or whatever and laugh at it and take power away from it. That's what it's about, and sometimes that's all you have. So in that fun vein, we're going to be playing Total Rickall.
All right. So if any of you that are watching know how to play this, please let us know, because we are starting from scratch.
So do you need the instructions?
Oh, yeah. We
all right. So you have not. Nobody's played this.
Nobody's played this.
I took the plastic off the damn card, so like nobody's touched these except me.
Okay. There's two modes of play. Standard mode is for 2 to 5 players and is fully cooperative. All players are real. Everyone wins or loses as a group. Jessica, you'd like that? You should play in this mode for your first several games. Or when total newbies are playing. To play in standard mode, remove 4 real and 2 parasite cards from the identity deck and place them back in the box. Okay. You know what I can do? Is give everybody a lovely view of the instructions.
Read along with us.
Even though the font is like 5 font.
Actually, no, they can actually.
You will know it is time to turn the page when you hear the chimes ring like this. Pring. Let's begin now. Did you ever have those as a
I hope
kid?
we have a magnifying glass.
All right.
It was like a cassette tape that came with a book, and it was like you'd go on an
yes.
adventure and you'd listen to the tape.
Yes.
Anyway.
Objectives.
Yes.
Characters entering play will be given secret identities as either parasites or real. You won't know who is what until you do a little investigating or just start shooting. It's up to your team to work together to root out all the parasites and shoot them dead. At any point during the game, before or after any action card is resolved, any player can declare that all parasites have been eliminated from the middle of the table. If that at least 50% of the players think they're all gone, the game ends. Reveal the identity card of each character in the middle of the table. If all the revealed cards say real, your team wins. This is standard mode, and this is and this is what we're playing. We're playing standard mode. For example, in a 3-player game, great example.
Yeah,
Great.
perfect.
Thanks, guys. Whoever
Throw-
wrote this
throw-
instruction manual is
Thrown as a bone.
Tyler Smith on Facebook
Scientologist.
says, Jerry's everywhere.
Yikes.
For example, in a 3-player game, 2 of the 3 players agree that the parasites are all gone. Let's say you and I agree, Jessica.
Okay.
One of those 2 would automatically be the player who declared it. So let's just say it was me. Since that is at least 50% of the players, the game ends and they flip over the identity cards of all the characters in the middle of the table to see if they are correct.
Do we know if we're real or if we're a parasite?
You won't know who is what until you do a little investigating or just start
But we
shooting.
know if we are. Like,
Yeah.
I know if I'm real.
Yeah, it's up to your team to work together to root out all of the parasites and shoot them dead. So that is why this game was given a recommended 5-player because the more players
Good
are,
amount of
the,
people.
the,
Yeah.
the easier it is. Or
But
not
no more
the easier,
than
but
5.
the better. Yeah, it won't let you play past 5. I think,
Okay.
yeah, this is a 2 to 5 player.
Okay.
Ages 15 and up. Instant loss condition. Be careful not to shoot real characters looking at you, Beth. Looking at you, Beth. When a 4th character is shot, that instantly ends the game. When a 4th real character is shot. In standard mode, everyone loses and is brokenhearted.
Oh, wah, wah, wah.
Setup. Count the identity deck to make sure it has all 24 cards. Do you mind doing that for me, Jessica?
What am I? Which one?
Identity deck.
24.
Make sure there's 24 in there. Yeah. And then we need to shuffle each deck.
Okay. Now, this was separate from the action cards, but I think they're all together.
There's more
Okay.
than 24.
So I think we need to take out 24, and there needs to be, what, 16?
18 parasites and 6 real.
Okay.
That's
So
24.
turn them around. And make sure there are 18 parasites and 6 real.
Okay.
I mean, there will be, so never mind. You don't need to make sure. Shuffle each deck separately and place them in the layout below with plenty of space in the middle. So there's character cards, action cards, and identity cards. I have the action. Can I hear myself? I
Actually,
feel like
there's
I can
not.
hear myself. There's not what?
6 real.
What are the rest of those cards in there?
There's more parasites than. You said there has to be 6 real?
Count the identity cards and make sure it has 24 cards. Yeah, so how many cards are there then?
I don't know.
How many reels are in the deck right now? Okay, so I'll
18
count
parasites
this.
and 6 real.
1, 2. Wait. You gave me 2 parasites and 4 reels. I'm a little confused.
Playing board
18
games on a Friday
parasites.
night.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Counting
5,
cards.
6 real.
If we were
Oh.
in Vegas, we'd be kicked
So
out.
it gives you
'cause
extra
you
cards?
Can't count cards in Vegas.
Oh, okay. I see.
This is 24.
That's 24.
Ooh.
18 parasites.
Okay, yeah, because it says it comes with 30 identity cards. Got it.
I'm going to hand that to you to shuffle it up
All right.
because I'm a terrible shuffler.
You can ask
I'm the
Jessica. I
worst
spent
shuffler.
like 2 days straight
Yep.
Shuffling.
just shuffling, like learning how to
With
shuffle
me.
correctly.
And he also spent a lot of time with me teaching me how to shuffle. And still, I struggle.
Yeah, it was really
I
fun.
have
I
a
watched
lot
like
of-
a million.
I have a really hard time doing basic things such as snapping, whistling,
So
shuffling.
you're not a basic bitch.
Exactly. I am not a
That's
basic
good.
bitch. I do like my Starbucks though.
Ooh.
So there is a
Pumpkin spice lattes I can't drink because they're not vegan.
And in fall, do you dress like Han Solo with the boots and
No. God, no.
the vest?
Although I did used to have a pair of boots that looked like police boots
Ooh.
that were pretty basic bitch, but I got rid of them. So,
somebody did like a statistical model on how many shuffles it takes to
Perfectly shuffle a deck of cards.
7 is the minimum.
Ah.
Yeah,
lucky number 7.
my guess is that I did.
And Dylan and I's 7-year anniversary is coming up soon.
So you're gonna shuffle something? I don't.
7 times.
7 times.
We're going to shuffle.
Okay, so we need to
In
put them in
7
this
times.
layout. So the action cards are to the left. And then character cards. Can you hand me those?
Character cards. There we go.
That'll be right here. And then identity cards. I'll take those as well. Identity cards.
Woohoo.
These are in the middle of the table. They are not controlled by any player in particular.
This game looks fun.
Place a number of identity cards face down in the middle of the table equal to the number... Okay, let me read that again. Place a number of identity cards face down in the middle of the table equal to twice the number of players. Arrange them into rows of 3. So this is a sample for 4-game setup. Place a number of identity cards face down in the middle of the table equal to twice the number of players. So that's 6.
We need
correct?
6. Yeah.
Arrange them into rows of 3.
Okay.
Done.
Place a card face up on each identity card. Place a character card face up on each identity card. Now
I
each
see.
character has an identity that is secret.
Okay, so we need to.
So let's do them like this.
Okay.
Is how it has it set up. And then,
Right.
and then they each
Identity card.
look like this, and they put them this way. I don't know why. Let's put them this way.
Okay.
Okay. I really like these cards.
Homeless puppet.
Oh, Ghost in a Jar is adorable.
Huh.
Yeah, let's get a camera on him. So we have on the far left here, tiny cowboy,
On a
dog.
dog.
balloon dog,
Pool kid. Homeless puppet. Ghost in a jar and big robot.
All right. So those are the character cards, and they are on top of identity cards, of which we don't know.
Whether they're a parasite or real.
Okay.
Correct. Place a character. Okay. Now each character has an identity that is secret, but hopefully you can reveal some of them before the shooting starts. That's the goal. The player who most recently killed a parasite grabs the first player token. Who most recently killed one? Killed a let's say a spider.
Oh, I see. Probably me. At my house right now, we're infested with ants.
Ooh, that
so,
sucks.
like in the bathroom, so I'm like brushing my
Sucks.
teeth, and while I'm brushing my teeth, it's just like
Oh no.
massacre
You're
those
thumbing them.
sons of
You're
bitches.
thumbing. All right.
Thumbing.
So you get the what is that card? What is that token called again? First player token.
First player token. First player this round. At end of round, pass this to the player on your left.
All right, that'll be me. Deal each player 3 action cards.
All right.
Each get 3 of those.
These have been okay. Yeah, these are good. All right. Two, three.
Whenever a character card is out of the middle of the table, always place a face down identity card under it as well. So we will
Everybody has to
be adding character cards through the game.
Okay.
And then we need to always make sure to put an identity card
In
underneath
between.
it.
Okay. I see.
Okay,
Sorry for
gameplay.
yawning, guys. I'm just old, and this is normally my bedtime.
You're 30 years old.
I know.
Oh my God! Oh, 30.
I have a boring life.
Oh.
At the start of each round, each player selects 1 action card from their hand and places it face down in front of them. So we would grab one of these and put it face down.
We don't look at these ever.
You
not
probably
yet.
will.
Okay.
Let me see. Then draw an
Yeah.
action card to replace it. So we have to replace. So why don't you put that like right here?
Okay, so we put this down.
Nope.
Wait.
The
Oh, the deck.
the deck here. So
Okay.
whenever we play one, we'll replace it.
Okay.
Then action cards are how you interact with cards in play and help the team. If you haven't revealed the identity cards of any characters, doing so would help the team. If there are parasites in play, shooting them would help the team. If you remember which ones are parasites, naturally.
Mhm.
If, of course, you may not have the cards you want at the right time. So at least try not to screw things up too much. After everyone has placed an action card face down, reveal them all simultaneously,
I
then
see.
resolve them one at a time in clockwise order, starting with first player. So it would be right now it would be you, then me, then Jessica. Here's the round sequence in all its glory. There are people whose jobs it is to write these.
Well, I was just gonna say
Yeah.
because it has to be in a certain voice. Like this
Yeah.
is the Rick and Morty
This is Rick and Morty
voice.
voice.
So
yeah.
it's sardonic. It's making fun of you. Yeah, don't be an idiot. That sort of
Right,
thing.
right. On Harmontown, actually, they interviewed a guy that made these for the video games.
That's
His
great.
job.
Yeah.
He was a really boring interviewee.
Uh-huh.
But,
Well, it's,
but, you know,
it's a
somebody's
job that
kind of a
exists. That's kind of
boring
interesting.
job.
Yeah.
round sequence. So 1, each player chooses an action card from their hand, places it face down. Immediately after placing the action card, draw the top card to replace it.
Okay.
Once everyone has a face down card in front of them, flip all of them face up. The first player resolves their card, then me, then Jessica. When all face up action cards have been resolved, the round is over. That's
Okay.
each round.
Okay.
So the gameplay isn't too difficult.
Okay.
End of a round. Each player discards the action card they have in front of them. So there will be a discard pile. The player with the first player token passes it to their left, so I'll get it next. Place the top card of the identity deck face down into an empty slot nearest the character and identity decks. Create a new row only if necessary. I'll read that again. Place the top card of the identity deck face down into an empty slot. So,
Down here.
in other words, there'll be 6 slots total.
Right.
Into an empty slot nearest to the character and identity decks. So it'll be over here.
Okay.
And create a new row only if necessary. Add a new character to the middle of the table if there's no character cards in the character deck.
Okay.
So the action cards, like, we might shoot and like remove characters, is what I'm guessing.
Yeah, and
Okay.
so when you remove them, then you'll need to replace
I see.
them with an
Ah.
identity card,
Oh, I see.
and then you add a character to the
card
middle
on
of the
top
table.
it.
If there are no character cards in the character deck, this is now the final round of the game.
Oh, I see.
So when we run
we
out
go
of that,
through them. I see.
no characters added to the middle of the table, but play proceeds as normal. The round in which you added the last character card from the deck is not the final round. Let me reread that again. Add a new character card to the middle of the table. If there are no character cards in the character deck, this is now the final round of the game. The round in which you added the last character card from the deck is not. So if there's nothing to add anymore, then you're in final round.
Mhm.
Yeah, but the one that you put down is not. That makes
Right.
sense. There's
That
one
makes
more
sense.
after that.
Right.
Hey, what's up with the colors? Is the title of this section.
There's red, green, and blue cards.
Yes.
Character cards.
By now, you have noticed that that one of 3 colors is featured on each of the character cards: red, blue, and green. You said it in the same order too. All characters have one color. Most of the action cards also have a color. So action cards will also have a color. An action card of a particular color will only affect characters of that color. So if we play an action card that's green, it will only affect the green ones on the table. The colors don't have any real value, so shooting a blue character is the same thing as shooting a red one. But you can't shoot a red character with a blue action card. Pretty simple. Thanks for the colors. Identity cards. That's these guys right here. No matter which mode of play you choose, we're playing the standard mode right now, as opposed to
Advanced or something. There's an advanced mode. They have little bubbles that, like,
Yeah.
if you're playing advanced, you do it this way.
yeah. No matter which mode of play you choose, you'll remove 4 real and 2 parasite cards from the deck of 30. And you did that. Of the 24 cards remaining, 18 are parasites and 6 are real. That makes it rather likely that each new character who enters play is a parasite. Does knowing you have a 75% chance of shooting a parasite get your trigger finger itching?
It does me.
And me.
That's why I don't own a gun.
Again, if anybody watching knows how
I
to play
thought I
this
had a
game,
parasite when I went
me
to
know.
Portland and touched a jellyfish. Dumb. Don't do it.
I don't know. Is a jellyfish a parasite?
I don't know, but I thought I got one from touching
From a
it.
jellyfish. Like, do
Oh,
they
you
have
thought you got-
parasites?
In them or
In
on
them.
Likely. And I thought that by just touching it that I could have gotten myself a parasite.
Do you guys
I
know
got
that
myself a parasite.
mistletoe is a parasite? It feeds
What?
off of other plants. You'll see them on trees a lot. They're very noticeable.
So is that why you itch? It's trying to kill you? Like, it's trying
Oh,
to...
do you itch? I don't know.
no, I'm thinking of poison ivy.
Poison
Never
ivy.
mind.
A little bit different.
I've never been around
You
mistletoe.
itch for a kiss.
But if you itch after the kiss, consult your doctor.
Might have gonorrhea.
Character cards. All 24 character cards are
Got the
unique.
sif.
Each character is one of 3 colors. Characters should not be moved around the table based on their colors or based on any knowledge. You might have... Oh, I'm sorry. Based on any knowledge you might have of their identity. Leave them where they are and fill in the gaps in the rows when new characters enter play. Memory is important in this game because the whole Total Rickall episode is about memories. It is?
This is going to be a real interesting game for you, Dylan.
Yeah, because that's how it infects. They then like, oh, we went skiing. Remember that time we went skiing with Ghost in a jar? But it never happened. But they implant that memory. The parasite infects. Yeah.
Total Rickall is from season 2.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because Poopy Butthole is at the end of season 2 going, oh, whoa, that was a humdinger, you guys. What is it? And he's like recovering from his gunshot.
Oh my God, I love that.
And he gets a pizza.
Also, to those watching, I posed the question, what's your favorite Rick and Morty episode?
Yeah.
It's at the bottom of the screen there somewhere. Anyways, so we can't move around these cards. You just replace it where they lay. A few of the episode's most prominent character cards have game texts. This text makes them special, possibly harder to shoot, or just an attempt at humor.
Ghost in the Jar has a little bit written.
What does Ghost in the Jar say?
Ghost in the Jar says,
Something cute.
ooh, I get it. It's a play on The Butler Did It. Whatever that means.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no.
A few of that. Okay, I read that. When a character with game text enters play, read it out loud so everyone is aware of what makes it special. Which we just did.
Okay.
These are just copyright symbols. So
Yeah,
they're
not
as
special.
funny.
They all get
Action
them.
cards, that is the ones we have in our hands. These cards are used to gain knowledge and shoot parasites, or sometimes, unfortunately, a longtime family friend. Probably means real.
No.
Right.
Yeah. If the action deck runs out, shuffle the discard pile and continue playing. If you resolve a card that has no target, such as a card that can shoot a blue character and none are in play. Let me reread that sentence. If you resolve a card that has no target, such as a card that can shoot a blue character and none are in play, the card does nothing and is discarded at the end of the round as usual. Does that make sense, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Your card does not resolve until your turn and the initiative comes around from the first player token.
Right.
Situations can change between the start of the round and when it becomes your turn to resolve the card. So we may all want to try to get rid of that red, and then we just wasted 2 reds because you went first and you already just destroyed the red.
Okay.
Does that make sense? In other words, the resolving may mess with the rest of the people's choices on action cards. With a hand of just 3 cards, you have few options on what you can play each round, and you alone must choose which of your cards to play. So yeah, you do look at your cards.
Okay.
Cooperation. We're actually almost done with this little thing.
Great.
Have fun reading along. Cooperation. Quote, but this is a cooperative game. Why can't we cooperate? Question mark, unquote. What you want to avoid is someone at the table telling everyone what card to play or not to play. You can cooperate by not... What was that?
Oh,
I
nothing.
do not do that. You're a liar.
Oh, nothing.
You can cooperate by not making mistakes for your team and playing cards that will aid your teammates. I was got to reread that because I was distracted by this.
Oh, really?
What you want to avoid is telling blah blah blah. You can cooperate by not making mistakes for your team and playing cards that will aid your teammates. That's not very useful information. A big part of cooperating will be in relaying information that you have acquired. You can't show your players the identity cards you peek at. So I might be able to look at a card, but I can't show you guys. But you can inform them of what you have seen.
Okay.
You can't show them, but you can inform them. Interesting. It is best that you do not reveal cards when instructed to simply peek, as it could become a habit, which would be bad in advanced mode. Players are allowed to discuss general strategy at any time. You can also remind your teammates about identity information that has been gathered.
So, like, let's say that my card lets me, you can look at a green character. So I look at Tiny Cowboy on a dog, and it says, like, oh, he's real.
Okay, he's real.
And so one of you gets a card like you have to shoot a green character.
Got it.
And you decide to go, I'm going to shoot Tiny Cowboy and a dog.
And you're like,
I can go, maybe that's not a good idea. Like, is that part of the?
No,
is
it
that a?
shouldn't do that.
It says you.
I can relay information, but I can't.
But you can't show me.
what I see. But I can say maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe we should.
You can inform them of what you have seen.
Okay.
So you can say
So I
that's a
would say, like,
parasite.
hey,
Okay.
that
Right.
All right. Okay.
You-
It
All right.
says you can inform, but you can't show. So I think it's meaning literally, you can say.
I can't like.
You can't. Yeah. You
Right.
can't view.
Can I show the camera?
Yeah. Show the camera.
Okay.
Absolutely. You can inform them what you've seen. It's best you do not reveal cards when instructed to simply peek, as it could become a habit. Players are allowed to discuss general strategy at any time. You can also remind your teammates about identity information that has been gathered. So you can give us a reminder.
All right.
You can't show or tell what is in your hand, but you're allowed comments such as these. So you can't show or tell what's in your action card. I just peeked at this guy, and he's a parasite. You're allowed to do this.
Okay.
Another quote. One of these two blue guys are real.
Okay.
Why wouldn't you just say which one is real?
If
If you're
well,
allowed to say which one.
I don't
is
have
real.
any cards that let me shoot this round.
okay.
Wait, shoot him instead. I know he's a parasite.
Okay.
Okay.
So all of those make sense to me, right? Except
Sure.
for that second one that I said.
Right. Because why
Um,
can't you just say the first thing in that case?
Right.
one of these
Whoa.
two blue guys are
Because we
real.
all win. Like, we want to win. It's not like I want to sabotage you two so I can win. We all want to win.
Yeah, well,
Right.
the argument against that is that you're fighting against the board, so the board has to have rules,
Oh, sure.
right? I'm just confused as to the
The reasoning behind.
reason. So players are allowed to discuss general strategy. You can remind your teammates. You can't show or tell what's in your hand, but you're allowed comments such as these. I just peeked at this guy, and he's a parasite. One of these two blue guys are real. I don't have any cards that let me shoot this round. And wait, shoot him instead. I know he's a parasite.
Okay.
Okay. Shooting. The next part. For the reals to win, they need to shoot all of the parasites in play. The Beth action card is the most common way of shooting a character card, or shooting a character. If a character doesn't mention a particular color, you may shoot any color. Unless that character has game text that says otherwise.
Okay.
When you're choosing your target, you may consult your teammates to discuss strategy. When you're choosing your target, you may consult your teammates to discuss strategy. Once you have decided on your target, flip that character's identity card face up for all to see. Remember, you can't say what's in your hand, though.
Okay.
Can you say what your target is?
Yes,
Okay.
because it says consult your teammates to
Okay.
consult strategy.
So
I
we can
believe
all-
you can.
So
We
you
can
can
all
say,
decide to
I'm
show.
thinking about shooting the homeless puppet.
Right.
What do you guys think of that?
One of the quotes here. Wait, don't shoot him. I know.
Yeah.
Wait, shoot him instead. I know he's a parasite.
And by the way, I have nothing against homeless puppets.
Once you have decided on the target, flip that character's identity card face up for all to see.
Looks like.
Okay, so if you shot a parasite, discard the identity card and the character card. Congrats, you're now one step closer to victory.
Mhm.
If you shot a real character, discard that card, but place the real identity card face up off to the side into a fail pile. That's a penalty for shooting a real character.
Okay.
Discard a random card from your hand. This is how you can wind up with fewer than 3 cards in your hand if you shot a real character. So you'll have 2 cards. And you have to add a new character to the middle of the table to replace. And when a fourth real character is shot, the game ends immediately. All of those were under the bullet point of shooting a real character. So again, if you shoot a parasite, you discard all of those and you're one step closer to victory. If you shoot a real character, though, you put it off to the side so you know that that was a... you place the identity card off to the side, and that's a penalty for shooting a real character. If you shoot 4 of those, you're out. Also, if you shoot a real character, you have to discard a random card from your hand. So you put it upside down, shuffle them, and discard. And then you also need to add a new character to the middle of the table. So apparently, when you shoot a parasite, you don't replace.
Okay.
That I'm getting from this. When adding new characters to the middle of the table, fill in slots that are closest to the character and identity decks. If necessary, start a new row, which can then be filled out to 3 cards across as well. So why would you start a new row if you have a set amount?
Maybe it's like towards the end of the game when we're like we've killed parasites. I don't know.
When adding a new character to the middle of the table, fill in slots that are closest to the character and identity decks. If necessary, start a new row, which can then be filled out 3 cards across as well. Maybe that's in regards to advanced rules. I'm not entirely sure.
Could be.
And that is the end of the instructions.
All right. Good night, everybody. We're going to bed.
This was instructions with Color Circuit.
Now we're gonna play
All right.
and hope that this game is fast.
We'll
Okay.
see how this goes.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a
I'm
30-minute
just
game.
kidding.
Nice.
It's our first time playing it. It'll probably
Yeah.
do a little bit longer,
It
but
seems like fun. I'm actually excited.
yeah, let's give this a shot. So on the back, they have really quick rules. Just to kind of remind you. So round sequence, each player chooses an action card from their hand, places it face down. Then we replace that, remember? And then we flip up our cards. You resolve, then I resolve, then Jessica resolves.
Okay.
And then we can and then when all of them have been resolved, the round is over.
Okay.
At the end of a round, each player discards the action card that they had in front of them. The player with the first player token passes it to the left. I'll be the next. Place the top card of the identity deck face down onto an empty slot and create a new row, only if necessary. Place the top card of the character deck face up on top of that, and then you start the new round. Whenever a character is added to the middle of the table, always place a face down identity card underneath it as well. So again, just if you shoot a parasite, discard the identity card and the character card. Congrats, you're one step closer to victory. It doesn't seem like you replace it. I don't know if you want to take a look at the shooting section. And again, I'm saying that because the bullet underneath shooting a parasite is shooting real people, and then there's 2 sub-bullets. So I feel like those sub-bullets are in regard to that only.
Discard that character.
Oh, no.
All right. Okay. Well, yeah, we'll.
Does it seem like it's only in regards to the real characters?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's give this a shot.
When
So
you
let's all
shoot 'em.
choose an action card.
All right.
Remember, you can't say what's in your hand, but you can discuss anything that you're going to do or what you plan on doing. I think, right?
Yeah. Just double check.
So there's okay, so I have some wordies on it. Choose the player should take care. Choose another player. That player must. Okay, I'm gonna play this one.
So we flip them over at the
So I'll
same
flip 'em all
time.
over. Yep.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So what do you got, Scott?
I got a Morty card.
Hold it up.
Peek at the identity of a green character, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Green.
Okay. So go
All
ahead.
right, here we go. I'm curious.
Of the pool kid. Oh yeah, and you're not allowed. We're not allowed to see it.
Right.
But you are. And then you could tell us. That's the
Okay.
weird part of the rules.
Yeah. Well, just because this is our first time,
Yeah.
everything, it is a parasite.
Okay.
Pool kid is a parasite.
Awesome.
I just peeked at this guy, and he's a parasite. Is one of the quotes.
That's what that looks like.
Okay.
So
So then you put it back,
Put it back.
and then that was the end of your turn.
That's my turn.
Okay. So mine is bitch of a sister. Choose a color that's in play. Shoot 2 characters of that color. I want to shoot green.
Okay.
So I'm going to shoot this one, and I know it's parasite. So
Yeah.
we are one step closer to winning.
Yes. Pool.
So I think we just put them in discard piles next to him.
Yeah. Parasite. Pool kid is dead.
And then
Sweet.
I'll shoot another green, and I'm just kind of shooting in the dark here, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll shoot this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a parasite.
All right.
Okay.
Very cool.
So how many do we need to shoot to win?
many
Do we just go
parasites?
through the character cards until we're done?
Or is there a certain number of parasites that we have to shoot?
Oh, yeah. I think we just go through the whole thing.
Because that's what it sounded like. We
Yeah,
just
so do
play
we just
through the.
replace those two?
Yeah, after we kill, we replace. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Let me double check. Shooting middle of the table. Cooperation. Action cards. 3 cards. Character cards. Identity cards. Why is there no... If there are parasites, shooting them would help the team. Of course, after everyone has placed an action card, here's the round sequence. Setup, instant loss, objective. That was the very first thing we read. That's probably why we forgot.
Okay.
So, the instant loss is 4 real characters are shot.
4 real characters, right.
Root out all the parasites. At any point during the game, any player can declare that all parasites have been eliminated from the middle of the table. Okay, remember this, guys? I feel like this objective should be at the end.
Yeah.
At the beginning and end. I'm
So
not sure.
say it again.
I'm going to read the objectives section again. Characters entering play will be given secret identities. Parasites are real. You won't know who is what until you do a little investigating or just start shooting. It's up to you to team. It's up to your team to work together to root out all the parasites and shoot them dead. At any point during the game, before or after an action, a card has been resolved, any player can declare that all parasites have been eliminated from the middle of the table.
Okay.
If at least 50% of the players think they're all gone, the game ends. Reveal the identity card of each character in the middle of the table. If all revealed cards are real, your team wins. So the 50% thing is just 2 of the 3 of us need to agree that all of them are gone. And so long as the rest of them on the table are real, so like the game can end now, so long as we know those 4 are real. But how many real ones are in the deck, Jessica?
6.
And there's 18 parasites. Okay, so we need to keep shooting, and okay, it's making more sense to me now.
Right.
So
yeah, the more we shoot, the more
they get replaced, right? Or
yeah, they should.
It doesn't. It didn't seem like that though. In the
when we
Pretty
kill
sure
a
they get
real
replaced.
person, read that the shooting. When we shoot a real person.
If you shoot a real character, discard that character card, but place the real identity card face up on the side to let you know that you failed, and then sub bullet, add a new character card in the middle of the table.
I think regardless, we have to put a new character card and identity card out to replace the ones we shoot, like whether it's real or parasite. We have to, right? Because
yeah, what happens if we don't?
Well, we don't. We have to go through these character cards, so we just have to keep on.
Well, why do we have to keep going through them?
Because
that's how the rounds go, and then if all the character cards run out.
But on the round sequence, end of round, place the top of the identity deck face down into an empty slot. Create a new row only if necessary. Place the top card of the character deck face up on top of that new identity card. So I guess you have to do it at the end of the round. Place the top card of the identity deck face down into an empty slot. Right?
Did you say at the end of the round?
Yep.
Okay, we're still in the round. Because she hasn't gone yet.
Yeah, good point. Okay.
So I shot one, you shot one. Now it's Jessica's turn.
Okay.
To play her Morty card.
All right, guys. This one says peek at the identity card of a red character. There's only one red character.
Okay.
The balloon dog. Balloon dog.
Okay.
All right.
If you want to, you could show camera.
It is a parasite, guys.
Okay.
The
So
balloon
we need
dog
to remember
is a parasite.
that one's a parasite.
So now
we discard these. We replace it with an action card.
Right. And you get the token.
The token.
Okay, so what we did out of order was immediately after placing an action card, draw the top one. So yeah, we just need to replace it.
But now we add new characters and identities.
Right.
Place the top card of the identity deck face down in an empty slot, and then place the top of the character deck face up on top of that new identity card.
Baby wizard.
Baby wizard and reverse giraffe.
And
very cute.
Reverse giraffe is only advanced mode rules, which we're not playing. So.
Okay.
And then you can start a new round.
All right.
Awesome.
So,
We pick a card.
yes. Pick a card, Jess.
Already did.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my God.
Hey, listen. I know what I'm doing.
Hey, we didn't peek at this one, did we?
No.
Not
The only
yet.
one we've peeked at is this one, and it's Parasite.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay, so the idea is that it's a memory game.
Right. Good luck. Yeah. Good luck me on that. I
And
can't.
me, yeah.
Okay, guys. I guess you're relying on me. I have a good memory, but I don't know how.
There was a
good.
game that we played where you had, Hanabi. You have awful memory for Hanabi.
I know.
That's a real stressful memory game.
Is
though.
that based on Sean Hannity?
Who's Sean Hanabi?
Are you talking about Sean Hannity?
That's a joke. Okay. Sean Hannity, conservative talk show person.
Got it.
Yep.
He
That's why it
hates
was stressful.
non-white people. All right. Anyway.
Okay, so flip.
Flip.
I get to peek at the identity
Ooh, 2 Beth
Uh-oh.
cards.
of a green one. So
Okay.
I'm going to peek at this one. It is a parasite, guys.
Okay.
So
Homeless
parasite,
puppet is a parasite.
parasite, and Jessica, your turn.
I have Beth shoot a red character, and since we know that Balloon Dog, who is red, is a parasite, I'm going to go ahead and shoot
That's a
Balloon
safe
Dog.
bet.
Hit it.
All right. We got another parasite down.
Woo.
Balloon Dog, parasite.
All right.
Yay!
Now, the tricky part. I also have a Beth card. Shoot a red character.
So we're shooting in the dark.
Shooting in the dark.
Either reverse giraffe or
Ooh.
baby wizard. Who are you going with?
Okay, so for those that listen to Harmontown, there is an ongoing joke that Dan Harmon thinks that giraffes are just stupid, like not mentally, but that he thinks they're dumb animals that have been evolved over a long period of time. He just doesn't understand why they have long necks, and there's no need for them to have long necks. So it's really fun to listen to Harmontown and then watch Rick and Morty because
A lot of
it is
parallels,
stemming from
yeah.
just his
And
rants.
Fun fact, when giraffes have babies, their babies fall 7 feet.
Yeah, we saw that.
They don't sit down,
No, they don't sit
Nope.
down; they fall.
so giraffes are assholes.
Giraffes are.
Basically.
I always liked giraffes, but I'm gonna shoot this one.
They have violent births, much more
Do it for
violent than
Dan.
ours.
I'm shooting. All right, I shot reverse giraffe,
and
reverse giraffe is a mother effing parasite.
Woo!
So
Probably.
we're good at this game, or
thank
what?
God there. All
Replace your
right.
action card, Jessica. And then we have new
So,
identities.
New identities, new characters.
Okay,
Fishman.
parasite.
And Mrs. Refrigerator. And now I have the first player this round card.
Mrs. Refrigerator.
All right.
Alright,
so
so-
we.
Oh, Mrs. Refrigerator says, "Ooh, man, we couldn't stop screaming."
I don't get it, but okay.
It's probably from the show. Oh, I got to choose a card.
All right.
Why would you do that? Oh, because you might have to play it. That's probably why. Got it. All right, Jessica.
All right. So I have Summer. Peek at the identity cards of 2 red characters,
Nice.
and then shuffle their identity cards and redistribute them.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm replacing your action card for you.
Okay. Baby Wizard is real.
Okay.
And Mrs. Refrigerator is also real. They're
Okay, so
both
you're-
real.
So it's a
Supposed to
wash.
shuffle them identity and then redistribute, but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Cool.
But they're both real anyway.
All right. Good to know.
Cool.
I was going to
Cool.
shoot Baby Wizard.
Scott, go. Oh wait, they're both real.
They're both,
Both
real.
Shit. I
real.
would have shot it.
Both real. No reds.
All right.
Don't shoot the reds.
I got You Can't Kill Me. Choose another player. That player must shoot a character.
You choosing me?
I could shoot. I could choose either one of you. But sure. Yeah. You shoot somebody.
Okay, I'm shooting the green because we know it's a parasite. So homeless puppet is gone.
Woo!
All right.
Woo!
And then it is now my turn. I'm playing You Can't Kill Me,
Nice.
the same card that you just played. And Jessica, choose a card that you have to shoot and kill.
Okay.
Let's see. We have Big Robot, Ghost in a Jar, and Fishman, who we do not know the identities of.
No,
I'm
we
going to
don't.
try Ghost in a Jar.
Ghost in a Jar.
Do it.
All right.
Parasite.
Whoa.
Gone.
Ghost in a Jar is gone.
Guys, if the two blues here are both parasites, we could say 50% and then we could win.
Oh, no. 50% have to agree. The thing is,
Oh, we have to have
you-
four
you say-
real.
you say these four are real, or all these on the table are real.
Four
and
of them have
50%
to
of
be
the
real.
people playing have to agree
I
with
see.
you.
Got it.
Or
Four
have to
be
agree.
real.
Yeah.
Yeah. At any
only have two
point
real at
during
this
the
point.
game.
So
Any player can
somebody could
declare-
say these four characters are real,
Right.
and if one of you agree with
Right.
me,
We don't know that yet.
then the game ends. Then we flip and we win or lose.
Right. I don't think that's the case.
What
I think
happens
that
if you
both the
if you
blues are
declare that
probably
and you're
parasites.
wrong?
We lose.
Doesn't
Yeah.
say that, does it?
No,
Well,
but
I
it's
think it does
implied.
say that if all of them are real, then you win. So the opposite must be we lose if.
Instant loss condition. Be careful not to shoot real characters. When a fourth character is shot, that instantly ends the game.
So should we?
I guess, yeah, it wouldn't be fair to for you to just
No,
continue to
and
be able to say
Right.
that.
We don't know about the two blues yet. So
You know what I noticed? It's hard to write instructions because I always have questions afterwards. And I know
Yeah.
these people spend a lot of time making these games. And it just,
And you
I'm
really-
baffled sometimes. I'm like, how come they don't have that? Like, it should be clear and easy.
And then you really nitpick the wordage they use. In the
especially with
instructions,
new
yeah.
games. I mean, the thing is, like for a game like Monopoly, they've probably perfected those instructions because it's been around for so long.
And they haven't changed them.
You're probably
It's
right,
been
yeah.
kind of the
But
same.
But yeah, they
for
probably
something
changed
like
the
this
wording
where it's
and they
brand
made it-
new, it's like, well, we don't know yet because we haven't really tested it that much.
Right.
So-
Okay, so what do? We replace? Is that true?
Right.
Again, for those watching, what's your favorite Rick and Morty episode?
And your favorite board game? Do you have one?
Yeah, favorite
Some
board
people are like, Monopoly, Scrabble. Those are all
Um,
good, but what about something different?
So we just pulled out Mr. Poopy Butthole.
Yay!
If you shoot Mr. Poopy Butthole and he is real, your group loses the game. So don't shoot this guy.
Okay.
We also picked out Amish Cyborg. Remember it, Rick. Oh, remember it, Rick?
Huh.
Sideboard. All right,
Okay, so
now-
Scott will be
Now
going
pass.
first.
And again, we pick.
Okay, so don't shoot Mr. Poopy Butthole, and both these top two reds are real. You have to remember that.
Talking mushrooms.
Do
Okay.
not discard.
I ain't got no choices, guys.
Okay.
Oh, I'm on red. Huh. I don't want to play some of these cards. I'm just gonna make it. And it's
Forcing my hand.
Don't shoot Mr. Poopy Butthole unless you know that he's a parasite. Because
Yeah.
if we do that and he's real, we die.
all right. I'm gonna play this weird card.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see
So
1, 2, 3, flip.
let's flip. All right. My card is me too. Copy the card of the player on your right. So
Okay.
what is your card,
Oh yeah, that's Jessica.
Jessica?
Mm-hmm. Is something wrong, Beth? If this card is in your hand, you must play it as your next card. Shoot a character.
So I have to shoot a character.
Uh-huh.
That's so. I'm copying you.
So don't shoot Mr. Poopy Butthole, Baby Wizard, or
I'm
Mrs.
Mr. Refrigerator, Amish Cyborg, Big Robot, Fishman. Ooh. I'm gonna try Big Robot. I'm shooting Big Robot,
Okay.
and he's a parasite.
Woo!
All right, so
Cool.
that
And then it's my turn.
your turn.
Okay, I tried to shoot Summer 10 minutes ago.
Uh-huh.
Summer's the sister.
Uh-huh.
Shoot a character. If that character is real, add it to the fail pile. But do not discard a random card from your hand, and do not add a new character to the middle of the table. Okay.
Okay, so now there's a hole. If
There's a hole. There would be a hole in the middle of the table, right? It wouldn't
and
be
we
replaced.
wouldn't replenish that
Ever?
slot, I guess.
All right.
Maybe that's
Thanks a lot. Clear directions.
Again, this is a brand spanking new game. haven't had time
Roman
to test
Foti
this
from
stuff.
Facebook says no bueno. I don't know what that's in regards to. No bueno what? Okay, so I'm going to play this card. Remember, you replace whatever you haven't.
I did.
So I'm going to shoot. I can, from what we know, I need to shoot Amish Cyborg or Fishman.
Right.
I'm going to shoot Amish Cyborg.
Okay.
And he's a parasite.
Parasite. All right.
Okay, so now it is Jessica's turn.
Okay, so now, as you guys know, I have the Is Something Wrong, Beth card. If this card is in your hand, you must play it as your next card and shoot a character. And I'm going to go ahead and shoot Fishman because I don't want to shoot Mr. Poopy Butthole and for him to be real and then for us to die. And he's a parasite.
All right. So now we replenish 2 slots and leave the robot one open?
No, we replenish it. If it
Okay.
that was if it's real.
If it's real.
We
I
could
see.
also,
I see.
right now, it is possible that all of them are real.
All these are real because we know 2 out of 3.
But we don't know.
Yeah, the chances here are low, right?
No.
Statistically.
Okay,
they're
and that's
low.
a high stake because if he's real, it's over for it. We lose. Game over, man.
Either way,
Game over.
right?
Yep.
Right.
Nope.
Okay, so we're not taking the chance.
Nope.
All right. New identities.
We don't know enough.
I keep wanting to flip them. Okay, so what do we got here? We got Big Duck. Oh, wow. Baby Wizard was a parasite? He set me up with my wife.
And Baby Wizard is actually real. So Big Duck is wrong.
We got Photography Raptor. And we got Pencil Vester. It's a pencil with legs. Pencil Vester may only be shot by the first player each round. Got that, Scott?
Yes.
Okay. Who has
Okay.
the first player this round? Dylan.
I
has
do.
it.
Yeah.
There you go.
But we don't know anything. We don't know where any of the parasites are, is the problem. So we need to hopefully play some of those cards. That's my,
Okay.
if we have those.
Don't worry, guys.
Oh, shit. Upside down. Okay. You ready?
Ready.
Flip.
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 So I am playing. I've known you for 15 years. Reveal a red character's identity card. Why did I play that? I already know the red character's identity
I
card.
was wondering the same thing.
You dumbass. You dumbass. And then you leave it. Okay, reveal it for the rest of the game. Do not shuffle it when other cards say to. God damn it! I wasn't even looking at the table. You idiot. Okay, so we know it's real, and I'll just leave it like that.
Okay.
Well, I didn't do anything bad, but I didn't do anything great.
Good
You
job.
didn't advance in the,
Real
in
good
the
job.
game.
Real
gameplay.
good.
Yeah.
God damn it.
All right.
No bueno.
I have
That's
Summer.
what he was saying. He was a
Oops,
Foreshadow.
foreshadowing.
Got a little bit bumpy there. Sorry. I have Summer. Peek at the identity cards of 2 green characters.
That's great. Good.
and
good,
then
good.
shuffle their identity cards and redistribute them. All right.
2 out of 3.
And it doesn't matter because both Sylvester and Big Duck are parasites.
Nice.
So we're
Okay.
gonna go ahead and whoop, whoop. Doesn't matter anyway. Both parasites.
All right.
2 real, 2 parasites.
I have a blue summer. So basically, I just get to look at Poopy Butthole
Woo!
and see if he's real or not.
Okay.
Okay, I'm done.
Are you gonna tell us?
No.
That'd be awesome.
Do you want us to
You
lose,
just-
Scott?
decided
I'll
to
let you
omit.
know.
Okay.
All in
Real?
good time.
Real parasite.
Uh-huh.
Something
Something.
Not
and
sure.
something.
All right. I'm shooting. I'm picking a blue next time.
No.
Who knows?
Who
Who
knows?
knows, right?
Jesus Christ, Scott, if we lose because of you.
I'm not going to let that happen. I can put myself in front of the bullet and be like, whoa. Or not. We'll see.
I'm choosing a blue.
Uh-huh.
Shoot a blue character.
the blue. You're going down, blue.
Mother Pucker. Brother Tucker.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Okay.
When
Can
you
I
guys-
can
let
I
me know when
pick?
you guys are
Can I
ready.
can I shoot a blue character?
No.
Scott.
I'll allow it.
What does that mean?
I'll allow you to shoot. Of the blue characters,
Okay.
I'll let you.
So mysterious. I think this is what happens when you visit the Scientology building.
Yeah, he's changed.
Mind control. He thinks he has mind control. All right.
Not yet. I'm taking the class.
Are you guys ready?
I do have those personality tests in my car, like the pamphlet.
Let's play that next circuit, or let's do that next circuit board.
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, that's
Or
that's
Ludum Tempus.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I need to write it down so we don't forget. Okay,
Alrighty
flip.
then.
Flip.
And I go first. Is something wrong, Beth? If this card is in your hand, you must play it at your next card. Shoot a character. And I'm going to shoot Big Duck because I know that Big Duck is a parasite. Voila.
All right. I picked the Mr. Poopy Butthole card at the end of the round. If no one was shot this round, each player draws a card. So you've already shot somebody, so never mind. There's that is.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to play shoot a blue character. If you fuck me over, Scott.
Hey, fucked me over too. We're all the same team. I'm
All
just
right,
saying.
let's shoot that character.
Shoot
him over.
Shoot. 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 Shoot.
Shoot,
Shoot.
shoot, shoot,
Shoot.
shoot,
Shoot. 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 Parasite.
Woo!
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So
Gone.
now we replace. And we are playing Frankenstein's monster. It takes 2 shots to kill Frankenstein's monster. Leave the first shot on this card. Cool. Remember, Sylvester also only the first player can kill him.
Of the round.
Of
Okay.
the round can kill him. And we're playing
Pennsylvania.
Manicorn. He's awesome. I'll take the first player.
No, she just.
I will take it,
No,
it's
it's
my
his.
turn.
but I'm going.
I know this is your house and your and your cameras and your lights and your TV and your game and your table
And your
your
microphones.
tablecloth and your girlfriend and your and your laptops. But damn it, some of these microphones are mine.
That's actually my laptop.
This is my soundboard.
Not these microphones.
Not these microphones. I made sure they have my stink all over them.
That's right, Scott. Just remember who knew you first.
That's true.
me.
It really is a thing for Jessica. Like, who knew who first?
Oh my God, no, it isn't. I was kidding. Clearly.
Don't believe you. This is what we call the sorry cam. Feel sorry for you, Cam.
All right, I chose a card. Did everyone else choose a card?
No.
Moving
Sorry.
right along, digga digga doo.
Sorry.
I want to look at that one.
Can you?
Nope.
Does your card let you?
Yes? Am I allowed to say that?
That you want to...
Ooh, yes. Okay. I'm ready now.
You are allowed to discuss general strategy. You can't show or tell what's in your hand. Okay, so I can't tell you what's in my hand, but
Okay.
generally, I'd like to know the identity of the blue card.
I concur.
Flip.
Flip.
Flippity
All right.
flip.
My card is Rick. Pick a peek at the top card of the identity deck. So basically the next.
Mm-hmm. Show cam, but we can't look.
Okay. All right. I know the next identity for the next character.
Cool.
Okay.
The power.
All right, guys. I have Summer.
No, wait. It's
Oh, it's Dylan's turn.
My turn.
My bad. I tried
I'm playing
to.
Morty. Just a straight up Morty card. Peek at the identity card of a blue character.
go for it.
Wow, what a
You foretold it.
Fortuitous.
I don't understand why you can't show but you can tell. It's a parasite.
I didn't
Okay.
see that.
Because
I don't
of
know what that
memory? You think
is.
Because it's a memory game, it doesn't want you to like.
Maybe
I'm not sure.
it's fuzzier if you're just told.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
So that-
Pencil Vester is.
So we
a
got
blah, blah,
real. We got a parasite right here.
and a parasite.
blah. Pencil Vester is a parasite.
Yeah, because she looked at two
yeah.
greens. Remember?
I see. Yeah.
Parasite.
Real rail. Don't know.
Yes. Okay.
It's
Jessica, your
evenly.
turn.
Now I play Summer. Peek at the identity cards of two green characters, and then shuffle their identity cards and redistribute them.
Nice.
All right, so we're figuring this shit out. We can.
Oh shit! They're both real,
Okay.
so I'm not going to switch them because it doesn't matter because they're both real.
Okay.
So now we know Manicorn and Pencil Vester are parasites. We got to get them out.
Guys, and we know that 4 of them are real.
Yeah.
We can win
Baby
this game.
Wizard and Miss Refrigerator, Photography Raptor, and Frankenstein's Monster.
So long as we get rid of Manicorn and Pencil Vester, we can win this game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
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 Easy
Do this shit.
Here's
Do this shit.
All right, guys. Let's play some good cards. We need to get rid of a blue, and we need to get rid of a green.
Photography. Actually, Pencil Vester. Sorry.
Ugh.
We need to get rid of a blue and a green.
And he can only be shot at the beginning of by the first player of each round.
Pencil,
So if you're
yeah.
gonna shoot Pencil Vester,
It has to be Dylan.
it has to be you, Dylan.
Okay, I have some. Yeah.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Hold on. Mm-hmm. Oh shoot. Okay.
General strategy.
I have no choice. So.
I am playing Jerry. Shuffle the identity of all the red cards, and then redistribute them. Then choose a player to draw a card. Okay. So they're both real. Blah 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 blah. I just shuffled them. Whatever. And then choose a player to draw a card.
An action card?
Draw a card.
Or
Yeah, it's got to be an action card.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So Jessica, choose an action card.
Okay.
Okay. So cool. Now she has extra cards in her hand.
Sweet.
And now it is your turn.
All right. Is something wrong, Beth? Again. If this card is in your hand, you must play it as your next card. Shoot a character. I can't shoot Pencil Vester, but I can shoot Manicorn.
Nice.
So I'm going to shoot Manicorn. And he's a parasite, and he's gone. Gone.
all right, I had to just now it's moot because I picked a blue Jerry card. Shuffle the identity cards of all blue characters, then redistribute them, then choose a player to draw a card. So Dylan, you draw a card.
I draw.
And
a
there's
card.
no more blues, so he
Yeah.
can't do that anyway.
So I draw an action.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool.
I have to.
And then we need to replace
Yeah.
identity. And then a character.
And so we know that this is a parasite because I peeked at it.
And
That
I
was
get
Oh,
the
that.
nice.
That was the next.
And I get that right.
You get what? Yes. And the next character is Sleepy Gary.
Sleepy Gary is a parasite.
Again, we know he's a parasite and Pencil Vester is a parasite. Everybody else is real. So we're trying to get rid of these two greens.
Okay.
Sleepy Gary cannot be shot if anyone played a Jerry this round.
Hmm.
Hmm. I don't give a damn what else happens out there. You and I are going to survive this, says Jerry.
All right.
Got to get rid of those. Can't play a Jerry, though.
Okay.
Oh, it's Sleeping Gary. Did I say Gary?
You said
Yeah.
Jerry.
Okay, it's Sleeping Gary. Who's
Sleeping
Gary?
Gary.
I don't remember.
Well, but it also
He-
says if you played a Jerry.
Right.
Yeah.
So that you were,
So
yeah,
Gary
your
and
brain
Jerry.
was
Mixing them
like
up,
crossing streams. Okay.
I like that cross James.
Grouse.
Ooh. Okay.
Let me know when you're ready, guys.
I'm ready.
All right, flip. I have a Beth shoot a green character. And because I'm the first player, I'm going to go ahead and shoot Pencil Vester because I know that he is a parasite and he has to be shot by the first player. Parasite. Gone.
Cool.
All right.
I also chose a Beth, so I shoot a green character.
Yes.
And so we know Photography Raptor is
No. Sleepy Gary.
Sleepy Gary is. That's right.
God damn it.
So close to losing, Scott.
Parasite.
All right, guys. Are we confident that all 4 of these are,
You're the only one that's looked at all of
they're
them.
all real?
You looked at all of them?
looked
Yeah,
at
because
all
I
of
didn't
them.
look at any of them. Did you?
I've looked at all of them.
No, yeah.
We're putting our faith.
Remember,
in
these
this.
2 are real for sure, and these 2 are real.
Yeah, because she had twice. She's had look at 2 reds and then look at.
Two.
Right.
Greens.
Two
Right,
greens.
right.
Okay.
Ready?
I'm
So
in
you're-
favor.
Are you calm?
Aye.
All right.
We're calling it.
Yeah.
All right. End of the game. Okay, so
We know
Now
that
we
one's real.
reveal. Real. Baby
Real.
Wizard is real. Frankenstein's monster.
Real.
And
Photography Raptor.
real. So we win.
We win. Co-op game. Cool. All right, we did it. It really was probably underneath a half hour.
Yeah.
We streamed for an hour 10, but I was probably almost exactly half of that was directions.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe even more than half.
Yeah. So they say in the instructions, play the game in regular mode for a while to get used to it, and then move on to advanced rules.
Yeah.
To kinda
My
once you
guess
get-
is that you guys want to call it quits. You don't want to play advanced.
Yeah, we should. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I have a full day of teaching kids tomorrow.
Teaching
so.
kids.
And it's
Teach them
11,
about Rick and
11.
Morty.
Yeah.
And I'm really having a hankering for a bean and cheese burrito or just some chips and beans.
We don't have chips.
Beans involved.
Okay, bean and cheese
regardless.
burritos.
Guys, bring me some
Um,
chips.
I had a kid.
We had 5 bags. We went through
Yesterday,
them fast.
I was teaching him, and I was wearing my my one Rick and Morty shirt. It's a diagram of the portal gun.
Yes.
And
the Loot Crate.
I got it on
edition.
Loot Crate. Yeah, it was the first Loot Crate I got. Probably the best one. Whatever.
Yeah.
And the kid was asking me what was my shirt. Very Kendra like, and so I was explaining, and I realized, oh, this is a show he shouldn't watch.
No,
like
yeah.
he's a
How old is-
9-year-old.
oh, he's
he was
9?
9,
Okay, yeah, yeah.
and he's a little 9 too. Like I thought he was 6.
You
Anyway.
lied to him.
No, I told him.
Okay.
Well, I was like, well, it's called Rick and Morty. It's like Rick and Morty. Like he's like,
Yeah, that's not his.
What?
That's not in his
And,
vocab yet.
and he's like, oh yeah, it's on. Well, it's on Cartoon Network, but at night, and you shouldn't watch it.
It's the Adult Swim.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
told him Adult
section.
Swim was like Adult Swim, and he was like, boo. Because why boo? It's like because they don't let me watch it, and he's like, well, you can watch it if you stay up.
Right.
So I'm like telling this kid,
So you're encouraging bad behavior.
and there's
Scott.
so many bad things in the show.
Oh yeah,
like,
it's that. Yeah, it is not kid friendly at all.
Yeah,
I love it.
Do not.
I
watch.
love when it. I don't know. It's just such a good show. It's really fun.
Yeah, I can't. Later this month, new episodes
June
of Rick and
20th.
Morty. July 20th.
July 20th. Sorry.
Yeah.
Clark and
He's a month
Kels.
behind. I don't know why.
Yeah, I keep saying June. Clark and Kelsey want to do a viewing of it. I want to watch it.
Nice.
But I don't have Cartoon Network. I don't
Oh
think.
well, do you have? What's on Hulu? Do you have Hulu?
I don't.
I have Hulu.
We've wanted to
Well, we
get
could sign in.
Hulu.
Yeah.
And
sign
I
in
really
Hulu.
want to see that one show that it's on Hulu that everybody keeps talking about.
Handmaiden's Tale.
I tried watching that.
Handmaid's
It bored the shit out of me.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't-
because you're
yeah.
a dude.
Yeah, and it was just slow as
Stop
fuck.
being
Is
sexist.
it really that slow?
Yeah, it's very slow.
The actors are so good though. They
Oh
have
yeah,
such a
no,
good cast.
great caliber, and I've heard people who have watched it like it, but I just couldn't get into it. Maybe it is because I'm a dude.
Or maybe it just takes time.
Maybe just
Maybe you have to, like, get
I wasn't
past
in
a
the
certain
mood.
point in
Yeah,
order to, like, for it to pick
and
up.
I'm knee
in the
deep
mood,
in
dude.
Twin Peaks right now, so
Twin Peaks is a crazy show.
it's crazy and it's
Like,
fun.
nuts,
It's
but
weird.
it's fun.
And, yeah.
Have you been watching the new?
Not yet.
one?
No, I need to
Okay.
watch the full.
Yeah, I haven't watched the full
original
yet.
Series.
I was like almost done, and I kind of got like sick of it a little bit towards the end, and I was like, do I want?
Well, in the middle of the second season, you find out who killed Laura Palmer, and that
Right.
was like the beginning of.
right. I'm
the
like,
series.
why
Wait, don't
did they
ruin anything for
reveal
me.
No,
it?
I'm not. But
Yeah.
it's just like
I know
you
I'm
do
15
find
years
out.
behind.
And
You
you're
do
like,
find out,
why
right?
Did they ruin it so early?
Oh, this came out in '90, like 1990.
Oh,
This show came
I'm
out. Like,
27 years
yeah,
behind.
yeah. Like but it's perfect. 'cause
I was
it's-
born in 90.
like
God.
Sherilyn, what's her last name? The one that plays Audrey.
Audrey. Yeah.
Audrey Horne.
Mhm.
She looks so much older. I mean, she still looks great, but she looks a lot older. And the show is like her character in particular is very iconic because she's like wears like the sweater sets, like the 50s like sweater
Yeah,
sets
and
with,
she's like the
little, like,
vixen.
mini skirts
What time
smoky-
period is
skirts.
this set in?
Oh, it's modern day, but 1990.
Yeah, yeah,
So it's not like a period piece or something.
Got it,
Right.
got it.
She
got
just
it.
dresses
She
that
just-
way.
okay.
And she's like,
Yeah.
She's just like
very-
you. She's
very
the you
pretty.
of that universe.
I guess I'm not as pretty as she is.
My
She's, like,
favorite
real
is
pretty.
Lucy.
Oh, yeah.
Love me, Lucy. Oh
Yeah.
God, yeah. she's
Is
great.
that God? What's her name?
Kimmy Robertson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's a character actress. She pops up. It was like most iconically on Twin Peaks, but she was in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids briefly, like little cameos here and there. She was the voice of the feather duster in Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, there's a girl in the kitchen. That was her. But she's like hilarious and adorable and really funny. Like, yeah.
We never answered the question what your favorite episode of Rick and Morty is.
My favorite episode, probably no. I think it was the Pirates of the Pancreas
Pirates of the Pancreas. Okay.
episode. That
Yeah,
it's just so
that's
bizarre and beautiful.
I think that's episode 3.
It's early.
Yeah, it's episode
early
3
in
of
the
season
show.
1.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good one. And I love that him and that girl start hooking up at the end.
Right.
And then, I don't know, it's just so funny. I love when it like gets weird and sexual for Morty because
Right.
he's just this young kid.
Oh,
When he gets the sex machine
I was just gonna say that.
and he becomes a father.
Yeah.
Oh my
And
God.
he comes down from.
Just to
And
know.
he's just sweating, like trying to replenish his fluids. Like, hey, mom and dad. They're like, oh God, Morty, we're gonna
So-
do what you do.
My favorite is I think his
It's definitely not a kid-friendly show.
I think his
Yeah,
dad
no.
or mom walks in. I can't remember, but I think it's his dad walks into the bedroom. This is a separate episode. And he's on a laptop, and like the view is from behind the door. And then
Sure.
the mom opens the door, and you see him close the laptop real
Yeah.
fast, and he's like, and then they have a conversation, and then towards the end of the conversation, when she's about to leave the room, he's like, you know, you're really playing with fire here. I'm a teenager. I have a computer in the bedroom. You really should think about what you're doing. You really should knock. And I just, God, I love I love that he's of an adult mind to be able
Yeah.
to say that to his parents.
Oh yeah.
Because I immediately got flashbacks to when that happened to me.
Sure.
And
or when it happened here, and I walked in on him.
yeah, so both my mom and my girlfriend have walked into me same time. No,
Yeah.
and
I think
and
everyone in my family has walked in.
you just leave the door open.
And-
though.
and-
That's the difference.
And I've walked in on every single male member of my family doing it.
You saw the male members of your male members.
I've seen the male members of the male.
And the day I lost my virginity, while it was
Sad.
happening, my dad and my sister walked in.
Really?
Just like catching no breaks, you know? I'm the Morty of my
Oh,
household.
gee whiz.
Gee. You know, you're really playing with fire here. He's so
Nobody
God.
was home when I lost my virginity, and
Wait.
I wish they had been.
So we should put a stop to this right now.
You're so dark. I love it. This is a dark time in your life. And cut
Look at the
stream.
time.
This was Ludum Tempus episode 4. We're gonna end on rape. Apparently, is what we're ending on. Have a good night. I'm literally cutting this shit.